Here we go.
All right, man.
Welcome to the podcast. I'm Greer White. This is Merritt Brooks. And this is episode 9 of Hunt and Harvest. I'm your host. And we're going to be going over a turkey hunt that Merritt and I just went on. And at his farm, his family farm, and some neighboring properties that he is lucky enough to have permission to hunt. And it was just a really crazy turkey hunt. So, Merritt, if you want to introduce yourself.
I'm Merritt. I went to school with Greer here. We've been hunting a few years, and I owed you a good hunt, man.
Man, you don't owe me nothing.
No, I did. I told him I'd take him for a few years. I think it was 2 years in a row, or was it just the one? But
it's all good, man. We're back in action.
Back. Yeah.
And I thought we'd have him over for the pod because every time, if you've been following along on my podcasts or YouTube series or anything like that, you know, after I have a filmed hunt, I like to have a podcast to recap. And it's not just necessarily, the podcast isn't just about the hunt. It could be, you know, about anything. We really don't like to box ourselves in, so really appreciate you guys joining. Please subscribe and follow and rate us, and it's going to be a good time. We're going to talk about the hunt, which was actually quite short. We had the bag, by 7:30 in the morning on this turkey hunt?
Yeah, I think it was like 7:30. But I've been out there a few days beforehand, so I was watching them, seeing what they were doing. I was actually going to hunt those turkeys instead of the other ones that me and my friend shot the day before, so it kind of worked out because I was just watching them in that field for a few days.
Yeah, it's a really impressive property. There will be a YouTube video linked to the related video here that you can check out. I haven't got it up yet, but it's going to be insane because we actually had a bit of a odd scenario occur with the execution. I was on Merritt's left, and Merritt, he called these turkeys in. We watched them for a while. And
I thought the turkeys were on our left. That's why I put you on the left. I thought, because that's where they were the previous few days, and that's where I had always seen them, was in the field right in front of us, or to the left. I had actually never seen them to the right, except for a few jakes, but that's why I put you to the left. And then I was just thinking about it, and I guess we can get into that later, but I didn't expect him to walk in between us and the decoy.
Get into it now.
Well, I would have thought that if the decoy was 30 yards in front of us, they would have come around this way. They came right, but from me to us to the camera,
Yeah, that was insane how they came right in the middle, completely silent. Those two gobblers that were still treed, they were down there on the ground, which we ended up hearing them fight later. Because they ignored us and the decoy, and there was a hen in the mix as well. She didn't help at all. And they went and fought with some jakes or something, over there. The ones that were gobbling that, that you said were probably jakes. And
I had just seen the two down there the day before when I was scouting for us to hunt. But I don't know. It was weird.
I can't believe they came in the middle, sort of hung out with that hen, went and did some scrap, and you were like confident they were going to come back.
Yeah, dude, I feel like this year I kind of figured out a little bit of what I was doing, because until then I haven't really known what I was doing. But every time I put a jake decoy out, as long as you can put it where the turkeys can see it, they'll come to you. Even if it takes them 30, 45 minutes to get to you.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely a good call. Obviously, some good data, good intuition, God. That was a really special scenario that played out. It was just unfortunate that I was on the left and facing this way in my turkey chair when they came back towards us. It was all three of them, and they got so close. It was from me to that pine tree that I took the shot, and honestly, I'm not going to say if I could go back in time, I wouldn't take the shot because I got the turkey and I've already eaten the turkey. It was delicious.
Oh, you already ate it?
I did end up eating it, and it was freaking fantastic. Beat store-bought turkey.
I don't think if you wouldn't have shot, we wouldn't have killed them because the other two saw you.
They did, and they. I just felt so bad because you're right here, probably deaf.
I still can't. No.
I felt so bad, but I was like, this is the moment, because the other one that was like the second longest beard, or the skinnier long beard,
Yeah.
He saw me. He was like, "What's that?" And I was like, "Okay, here we go."
Yeah.
And I've never really had to execute. I've always missed. I've missed an opportunity where I could have gone real slow and turned, but I was too scared. I was very new to turkey hunting. I was like, if I move at all, he's just gonna leave immediately, no shot.
Yeah.
But a game warden friend of mine did tell me, he was like, sometimes that can get their attention and they don't spook. Just don't move too fast.
Yeah.
But and then when you click the safety, sometimes they perk their head up and even give you a better shot. But that execution was almost regrettable. Had we not bagged the turkey, I would say I wish I hadn't taken the shot. Just because he didn't die, he didn't flop instantly. I had to go tackle him. That was not what I wanted to have happen.
Dude, I want to see that GoPro footage.
It'll be out soon. But yeah, I literally tackled that turkey, and I'm lucky he didn't beat me up because he had enough life left in him to probably mar me up. And he didn't get any talons on me, so it was a learning lesson for sure. Not how I wanted it to go, but in the first second, when he glided away, I was like, it's over. He just tanked this horrible shot of mine, and I'm gone. It was not a flop.
Dude, I was confused. I didn't know if you had hit the thing or if you hadn't.
He was 15 yards away. Honestly, too close.
Yeah, dude, that was uncomfortable.
And with such little, we're here in this field, and we're sort of under this overhang of tree, and not much room for error and movement, and there was a lot of error and movement in that execution, so...
Well, I was sitting there, I was confused. I didn't know what was going on. I was trying to take a video so I could have some of my own video footage, and then I saw the other one start to walk off, and then you had both shots rattled off before you know what I mean?
Yeah, that second shot was pointless. Should have kept that one in. So I didn't have to tackle him and destroy the fan.
Well, I actually, the year before, I missed a Jake in that, or I think it was a Jake, but I missed a turkey.
Get out of here, bro. Podcast time.
I missed a turkey. I missed a turkey in that field. It's the only turkey I've ever missed.
I've missed one. I've shot and not collected one turkey. It was not a good feeling because it was the first time I thought I was going to get a gobbler,
Yeah.
First time I ever had a real shot at a turkey.
Yeah.
And I missed.
Dude, after this year, I've been ate up with it, man. I think I don't know if I like it.
Push her away.
I don't know if I like it more than duck hunting, but
I like it more than duck hunting when it's in season. For
yeah,
sure.
that's for sure.
Get out of here, Peach. Go on. You need a freaking bath. Yeah, you're gonna bathe her, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Dogs, out of here. Go. Yeah, that was a surreal experience. Just so grateful to have the turkey and have the meat. Cause gosh, we thought it was way older. He thought it was double bearded. I did too, because it was so thick and long that it looked like two. I was like, let's freaking go. Thought this dude was a giant who had spread his seed all over.
I thought it was a dinosaur, man.
And his beard was just abnormally long for his age, because the spurs were 1 inch and 3/4 inch. It's a pretty young bird.
Yeah, I'd say he was a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, and then now after doing so as much hunting as I've done this year, I like to get into the management part of things as much as I can, even though I don't really have that much. I'm actually trying to lease the farm from my.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah.
That's exciting. No, definitely some management out here could lead to some fruitful turkey hunts, I bet. Because I see them in the summer and early spring and stuff, but I never hear them gobble. And I've hunted a handful of times. My dad killed one years ago on the power line, which was really big and awesome. He didn't gobble once when my dad shot him.
Yeah.
Didn't gobble once. It's just like you're still hunting them, but maybe it's because all the coyotes and everything, they just got to be quiet, for the most part.
Well, I actually was doing a lot of research on it, and they said that coyote population, obviously, if it's really bad, it would have an effect, but generally it doesn't really. The main thing you can do is raccoons and possums.
Because they're going to steal all the eggs.
Eggs, and then they'll kill the poults. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
It's an interesting bird to hunt. What a gift.
Yeah.
I can't wait to do it again.
I don't know. Have you seen all the stuff with the public land and?
What you mean?
Pretty much I don't know enough about it to, you know. I'm just, from what I've heard, the little bit of research that I've done, they're basically trying to develop like all sorts of public land, like millions and millions of acres, especially out in like the West and stuff, and it's caused like a pretty.
Okay. I was just about to talk about, because of what you said. Yes, I have heard about that.
Yeah.
And you heard about the thing on the Yadkin River Valley in Charlotte that
No.
it's private, but it's public land to hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to raise, like Meat Eater and all those guys.
Is that the 4,000 acres?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't.
That's
know
like
that.
duck, deer, turkey, bear. Like,
they just won that, didn't they?
I don't know. Hopefully so. I definitely was like reposting and stuff. But I don't have any money because I'm unemployed, so I couldn't really donate.
Yeah.
But I definitely was trying to spread my awareness on my little account.
Yeah.
You know. But that's so cool that they've been raising funds to buy that and keep it public, and they're gonna put it in a conservation easement or whatever to lock it in away from developers. Excuse me. But there's no reason to turn that in. We don't need more development, dude. Not of public game lands, because not everyone has access to the stuff that you and I have been going to lately.
No.
I mean, it's a straight up gift from heaven, a gift from kind benefactors.
There's a different piece of our property they were about to run a power line through it, and there was nothing we could do about it. Those 3 routes, and if they had chosen our piece of farmland, like, they would have just taken it. I mean, there's nothing we could do about it.
That's horrible.
But
been happening forever. And I mean, power, like, just don't build a highway. Think about the people for the Triangle Expressway in North Carolina,
Well, it was Microsoft was building power lines for a data center.
Oh, right. Of course, it's so that way they can profile us all and control us and have a surveillance state. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
I don't know,
not a good use of money.
Irregardless, it just.
Irregardless isn't a word. It's just regardless.
Irregardless.
That
is a word?
Nuh-uh.
Stop, bro. I'm looking that up right now. Irregardless. That is a word.
No, it's regardless, because irregardless would be like a double negative. Like, would be like, regardless, it's already something you can disregard.
Irregardless is a word, meaning regardless or without regard to.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Dude.
It says non-standard and avoided in formal writing or speech.
Okay.
But it is a word. I didn't make that up.
Probably someone who said it was like, had this exact experience, was like, I'm gonna make that a word.
Yeah. But no, the turkey hunt was fun.
It was awesome, dude.
I'm glad we got to go. But yeah, dude, I was thinking about it too, and I've done so much hunting for turkeys over a hen decoy. Never.
Again.
No. I will never hunt with one again. I mean,
no success with a hen decoy.
0. And granted, I didn't know what I was doing at the time, so maybe that.
I mean, people kill them with a hen decoy. I think I've only ever killed them with the funky chicken or no decoy.
Yeah,
a Jake, ugly Jake, or no decoy.
Well, I used to be about, like, I like to spot and stalk and stuff, but recently I've liked to I don't even really like to go after them unless I set up on them, call them into me.
Well, if you've got them gobbling around you and you're in a spot they're going to come to at some point, I mean, that's a pretty good spot to just chill.
Yeah. Well, the Saturday before you came, me and my buddy were hunting, and we had the same kind of thing happen, but we had 3 hens and a Jake. I mean, 5 yards.
But your topography is so optimal for that kind of decision making.
I mean, it's about the same as here, though. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I know, but I meant like you're so wrapped up in them, and you have the open fields and the forest surrounding. That type of situation of farmland mixed with the forest.
Yeah.
In that exact way is 2 of the best turkey properties I've ever hunted on are just like that.
Yeah.
It's like boom, 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 everywhere. Water source, farmland, cut field, and forest.
Yeah.
You know, just all in perfect. Oh, look, there's a blue heron eating my tadpoles in the pond. You see him stalking?
Yeah.
Yeah, but crazy hunt. I'm so glad that now I'm unemployed and now I can go into hunting and stuff. Not
Dude,
that I'll
I've
have
hunted
more time to hunt. I'll probably have less being self-employed, unemployed, but like I get to, it's not like I have to ask anyone to go.
I've hunted more this year and last year since I graduated school and been working.
Yeah.
I've hunted more than I ever have. And it's been a blast.
I've definitely been more mad at them in the past, more frequent with my hunting. I never want to stop, but I know that having a day job and then going to like unemployment, self-employment, whatever you want to call it, to trying to do podcast, the YouTube, the farm, sell produce, and I'm gonna have like probably a lot of seasons of extreme busyness,
Yeah.
But then I know as I figure this chapter of my life out, I'll be able to hunt more because of it, and the podcast and the hunting videos. They'll. What the heck? Tweaker. I know that this path will lead me down more hunts.
How'd you decide what you wanted to do?
That is a crazy question because at school with Dr. Parker at NC State, his tree fruit class, I was so excited to take that class, and it was basically everything I had hoped it would be. Just straight up applicable knowledge and field trips with, to other growers and orchards and stuff in the state. And I met one of them, Lakeview Pecans, who I've done a podcast with, episode 2. I worked with him in college and was trying to. Pecans and peaches are very. Management of any type of orchard is going to have a lot of crossover. Obviously, there's differences. Can you shush? Get out of here. But I figured out that I wanted to grow fruit from that class. Like I always knew I wanted to farm. I didn't know the format because I grew up with my dad doing the stuff for like hunting purposes, sunflowers, corn, small stuff just for sorghum, dove, hunting. It's sort of fun. We've always had the land, pretty much had the land and the equipment the whole time, but never made this much of a business. And then when I was early high school, they did make a business out of it, like with microgreens with that barn you saw up there.
Yeah.
So when I went to state and found out what I like to grow and what I'm interested in, it was fruit because I love fruit, and microgreens don't interest me as much, which is what we were doing, because I don't value them as I'm not a wheatgrass drinker type guy. I don't think that's super nutritional.
Wheatgrass drinker.
Yeah. Wheatgrass and microgreens, there's a lot of money in vertical farming and stuff for those kinds of, but that's for like vegans and vegetarians and stuff. That's not, I believe, meat and fruit, honey, those kinds of sources of food are way better than stuff like that. So I just found out that that's what I wanted. I got that grant I got an NC Ag Ventures grant for like $8,000.
Oh, really?
To start the orchard. That helped a lot. And then, so I planted that orchard.
Would you just apply? You just applied, tell them what you wanted to do?
Yeah, just applied, and I got, Dr. Parker gave me a recommendation, which probably had a huge impact.
Yeah.
But it was made for tobacco growers, families, when the tobacco industry started falling off and we're importing more than we were growing, because North Carolina used to be huge. So that's what it was created for. The grant was created for that. But now it's like you can, for any sort of, it could be like to get a walk-in freezer, to start an orchard, to basically to improve your farm or begin farming. And it just, then my friend Crew, who I've done a podcast with as well, he went from, nothing like follower-wise to 500,000 on Instagram, 500,000 on TikTok. Now he's almost at 25K on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, came over one day, I was telling him about what I was thinking I was going to do, quit my job, start trucking, I don't want to do what I'm doing at Couch Hole forever. I obviously know when I started that this wasn't something I could do forever. I'm just here to learn and have some income and fund my dreams.
Sure.
And I was telling him about my dreams. I knew I wanted them, but I was telling him I was going to quit and buy a truck and try to make all this money and, do all these things or other ideas. And he was like, dude, why would you split your idea or your dream down the middle with something you don't give a crap about? As in quitting to do trucking or whatever was going to make me more money, but it was going to pull me away from the stuff I actually cared about. He was like, just film all the things you're already doing and upload it, and someone's going to get something from it. And one day it's all going to, you put enough stock in that, it's going to pay you back.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, the reason I asked that, I'm trying to figure out what the hell I want to do, man.
What do you want to do, man?
I don't know.
I know you're doing the marketing and it's working out, but...
I mean, it's paying the bills, but I don't care about it.
Yeah.
You know
Gotta find that thing you care about, man.
Oh.
I'm doing what I care about now, full
Like
time,
some
but
days
it's not paying the bills.
Some days getting up and working on that business is like eating glass. I mean, it's
eating glass.
Eating glass. But
there's a difference between like eating glass to get somewhere, or eating the frog or whatever to.
No, I mean that in like.
You hate it.
I hate it.
That's not what we want to spend our life doing, man.
No.
That's why I just
see.
quit.
I'd like to hunt, do like record content doing hunting, but like I said.
But what?
But I'm too scared to post anything. Like I told you.
Look at Steven Ranella, man.
I was just listening to a podcast that he was on.
He's probably scared in 1980 or wherever he started doing it.
Yeah.
And back then, probably even weirder for Tim Wells, Steven Ranella, Ken Haynes. Probably even weirder for them to start back then when it wasn't so abundantly clear that this was going to always be in our lives now.
Yeah.
This will just evolve. It won't ever go away. I hear adults say a lot, will the social media, will the content creation, will it change? Will it not be profitable? Will it go away? Well, it's never going away. There's no
I don't know.
reason.
It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I agree. I don't think it'll go away either, but it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next 10 years. But yeah.
Do it, man.
Yeah.
Why not?
I got nothing to lose.
You don't.
You know what I mean?
Well, you could just keep eating glass every day.
Yeah, I could do that, but man, it's awful. It's awful. I mean, I don't want to complain about it. It's fine, but
better than nothing.
Yeah.
Better than a day job.
That's true. That's true.
But if it's like eating glass, and this is a good message for anybody out there that wants to bet on themselves. I'm not saying everyone needs to quit and become unemployed like us. But
well, the only reason I did it, I was like, man, like logically it makes sense because you see people make money with it. So I was like, all right, but I found out, learned the lesson the hard way that the only reason you're doing it is to make money, it's hard to sustain it.
For sure. Dude, why when I do the podcast, even though I did the test with the mic and hit record and heard the noise, I still think, is everything good? I hate...
We lost all the footage?
Yeah, like that's scary. I haven't had it happen yet. Please, God, don't let it happen. But it scares the crap out of me, man. Because this is such a valuable conversation. I love the podcast. You should not only do the hunting and fishing and whatever it is, your management of your property.
Yeah.
But you should also do a podcast, man. I mean, it has improved my speaking ability, and I still suck at it. But I used to not even want to have my picture taken.
Yeah.
And now, I can talk to this thing all day like it's a human. Used to be so awkward, man. Still, sometimes I am.
I'm really not that awkward, man. I like to edit and do all that. I'm not really that awkward on camera. It's just hitting post, man. Literally, I get like lightheaded. It's crazy. Like my heart starts beating. I mean, it's like I'm about to die.
Nah.
I'm serious.
Dude,
I'm not making this up.
You gotta get this in your head, man. Every problem in your life except something that's about to take you or your loved ones' lives is in here.
No, I know.
Unless you're about to die.
That's the thing that's so weird. Is I'm fully aware of that. But I don't know.
You're literally, this is the only problem that's outside of your mind is I'm gonna die problem.
But for me, the thing that's really annoying that I've learned about myself is it takes me a longer periods of time than it should to get over things like that. And I always do, but it takes me longer than I feel like it should.
I mean, I probably would say I feel that way too, but I've been doing this for a little over a year, barely over a year, and I'm still not as far along. I mean, I'm definitely proud of how far I've come, but like, I got to go further, you know.
I mean, yeah, always.
There's no tip of the spear moment.
It's like the gym. You know?
Yeah. Facts.
It's like the gym, but dude, what's today? Oh, I could go shoot a turkey, man.
Oh my gosh, yeah, in a different state, not here.
No, not here.
I just have to look. Lovely. If they've made it this far, then they're cool with me stepping out to go look at the thing. You know, podcast is like a wall for those who are really interested in what you've got to say, or if someone watches a long form video and appreciates it and leaves a comment, not only does that mean the world to me, but like they hopefully got something out of it. You never know what someone's going to get out of your content. That's why you should post it. It could be one person who's so grateful and impressed or thankful or learned something or got entertainment, laughed. You know what I mean? It's people come on here to see something, you know, unless you're just doom scrolling like Better Call Saul clips or whatever, like I have done plenty. You're here to get something, hopefully, and
I actually posted my first Instagram reel. It wouldn't be my first, that's a lie, but I posted an Instagram reel the other day of me and my buddy on that hunt.
Oh yeah. I saw that, and you never know what someone's gonna get out of your thing. I mean, it can be anything. And when I receive a comment from someone that, man, it's so cool to see you farming at such a young age, or how did you do this, or I'd really like to start ice bathing, but or I really need to get off these drugs and, you know, become a better...
Really? You've had, like, people comment that?
I have. One time I talked about the ice bath, talking about getting off nicotine, and I had one guy on YouTube say, man, I'm really grateful that you posted this. I've been thinking about how I can change my dopamine, you know, like, I feel so addicted to this, or I want to start ice bathing. I think it would really help. Like, what should I do? Or, how much did it cost? You know, you're interacting with people. These are real people.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just some hate comment bot, which I love hate comments too, because they push the video more.
Yeah.
It's just cool, man. The hate don't bother me, and the comment from one person saying it was worth it makes the whole video and effort worth it, because you got that one person.
Isn't it? It's interesting to me because I don't care. I deal with hate fine. I don't care.
I love it.
It doesn't bother me at all, but it's like my own perception of what would happen to me is what's stopping me, not what other people actually have to say.
Nothing bad will happen to you.
No, I know.
What are you looking for, employment? You could probably go be naked on a live stream and nothing bad would happen. I'm not saying do that.
No, I mean I'm afraid to post like normal videos, and then you look at some of the videos that people post, and it's like, wow.
And guess what? Anyone who hated them or watched that video or thought, you suck, wow, I can't believe they posted this or whatever, you know, it's like, they've already scrolled past, man. That person who hated on them forgot.
Yeah.
They forgot about that person. Think about the last reel you judged in a negative way. No idea what it was. Can't remember.
That's a good point.
It's the same thing for
good
you
point.
or for your viewers. Just like, you think grandma is going to see this and be like, no! That's a big one for me, is thinking about family and close friends. That's always been a cloud over me. I'm like, they're going to think I'm an idiot. Or they're like, what is Greer doing? Does he really think this is going to work? Or, duh, or why would I listen to a 24-year-old? You know, it's like, you think about it, it's like, may not matter to them, but it might help someone else. You know?
Yeah.
Could be one person, man. You got to value that one person who gets something out of it.
Yeah.
Because one day it could be millions, it could be one, it could be
well,
20.
man,
You know?
it's good to see you take the risk.
I want to see you do it, bro. You got it.
Well, I mean, I've done it in the aspect of not being employed. I just need to
you've
start
taken.
up.
I know. Dude.
I was talking about that.
Oh, yes, dude. I'm so happy that I've taken that risk.
I say unemployed, self-employed.
Self-employment, unemployment. You know, I have an LLC, so I guess I employ myself.
Same, yeah.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you saying that because you and crew and like just hearing that from you even made me less scared of the risk.
No, there is no risk, man. The only risk is not doing it.
Facts. 100%.
Even if it's harder than the opposite, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, I need you to text me and be like, hey, man, stop being a wimp.
Yeah, post.
Yeah.
For sure. There's a lot of people you can look online and you'll see how they've succeeded in the content world, like Kendall Gray Outdoors. I don't know.
Dude, yeah, I know exactly who that is.
4.8 mil subs and just could be the dumbest video ever, could be the best video ever, and kills. No matter, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. I've known who he was for a long, long time.
I just found out about him like a few months ago.
Really?
So
man.
impressed, man. And I've reached out to him like 3 times, hoping he'd respond to me, just to give me some advice, man. Because he's been doing YouTube for years.
Yeah.
I don't know how old he is either. It looks like he doesn't age. You know, he's got like this.
Dude, I want to say.
Gotta be in his late 20s.
The first video I watched of his was probably high school, man.
He's got kids buying his shirts, man, parents
I
buying him for
I
Christmas.
thought you meant he had kids. I was like, what?
No, he's like kids buy his or parents buy his merch for their kids on Christmas. I've seen the review, dude. It's like, what a community, man.
Yeah.
That kid that didn't know about hunting and fishing is now in love with bass fishing.
Yeah.
And is a better human and more connected to nature than ever before.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know, maybe we'll get interrupted here in a minute, but it's so cool about the podcast is it's unedited and it's just really cool format for content. But it's just so cool how he's built that, and I would love to talk to somebody with 4 million subscribers who's done it for so long and figured out, you know, how to have the biggest impact.
Dude, I mean, I look at things like that through the lens of the gym, man. Just do it every day, and it'll turn into something eventually.
That's a really good point.
You know what I mean? I don't really feel like there is like a silver bullet.
But there's got to be a quality improvement, I feel like, for the long form videos that has a... I feel like if everyone does it forever, you know, your whole life, they say you do YouTube for 20 years consistently.
Yeah.
You're going to succeed.
I mean...
Pretty much.
It'd be pretty hard not to.
Pretty hard not to succeed. The question is, how much will you succeed? How much impact will you have? You know, like, comparing it to Kendall Gray and Whistling Diesel. You know, like, the absurdism for Whistling Diesel and his quality improvement led him to go from where he started to where he is now. And for Kendall, it's like consistency and quality improvement. You know, you go back to the beginning of his videos. I mean, they're not overly edited, crazy cinematic. They're just intentional, and I feel like it's just you. I see the improvement. I just don't know how to apply it to my own stuff because everyone's stuff is so different. You know, I'm not Kendall Gray or Whistling Diesel, so it can't be just like
yeah,
theirs.
you got your own channel though. That's why people would follow you.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, like with titles, thumbnails, editing, understanding how to give the viewer what you're telling them that you're giving them better, faster.
Have you seen all the thumbnail editors with AI now?
Not really. I just kind of do it myself. I need to learn more.
Dude, worth looking into.
Yeah.
I'll send you.
Please do, because I know that like when he's got like the bear, and like when Kendall
you
Gray,
can do all that 30 seconds.
Yeah. Claude is insane. I need to research more on that.
Dude, I work with it every day, and like it's great, but like, you should learn it. Don't get me wrong, but if you look at all the content, like people are just very vague about how to use it to actually. You can use it for like content creation, writing out stuff, but like people are saying they're like, oh, it's gonna, you know. I just feel like it's overhyped a little bit, honestly.
Yeah, but I know I'm not using it to its full potential for sure.
Yeah.
But it's nice to be unemployed and have the opportunity to pursue the.
For some reason, I like saying that more than self-employed.
I think you're right. Unemployment sounds way better than self-employment. Because I'm just me, bro.
Yeah. Then
Job or company doesn't, even if it's mine, doesn't define me. It's just a part of me. It's not a definitive factor of who I am.
Yeah. Dude, I'm not going to say that. That's just more excuses. More excuses for why I can't upload videos.
You don't need any of those. Because excuses are excuses even if they're true, man.
Yeah. I've never heard that.
I mean, it's a good one. I heard another good quote. I posted a reel about it. Then YouTube's hating me on algorithm right now. I don't know why. You know, I got like 60 views on a long form video that I thought was pretty good, and the other one before that got like 280.
Yeah.
Before that was 500. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it goes through ups and downs because it's figuring out who you are. But I heard a really good quote from Dry Creek Wrangler School. I shared it. It was, today is the tomorrow that you were worried about yesterday.
I read that. I saw that.
Yeah. And it was such a good quote because while being employed and splitting your time, I was thinking about that all the time. Like, I am really not living today like today is all you got.
Yeah.
Because if today was all I got, or if I even thought today was all I got, I sure shiz wouldn't go to work. Wouldn't go work for someone else. I'd work for me and I'd spend time with my family.
Yeah.
I'd work for us. You know, for what I want to build, for who I want to provide for Jesus, you know.
So, what are your plans for the farm? I guess this will be your first harvest year, right?
I got no peaches on the trees to speak of this year because this one is this is their second growing season. That's their first. Peaches really don't bear any substantial fruit until probably the third or fourth year.
Yeah.
You know, the third growing season I could expect some, and then fourth and fifth I would consider it probably a mature tree.
So what's your plan until then?
So I prune so heavily because I'm training them to be a certain way to support the actual fruit. So there's no, that tree could have had fruit on it this year.
Yeah.
Those trees, but I didn't. I pruned them so hard because I want them to be a certain way. So I'll be buying wholesale from a grower I met at the North Carolina Peach Growers Association meeting. I met two that I can't wait to go film a video with them for harvest. But I'm also going to be picking up peaches from them and bringing them here to our market and selling them along with I told you about the coffee import from El Salvador and the tallow company.
I don't think you told me about that.
I thought, well, I'm importing with, I met a brother and a sister who have a family farm in El Salvador, and they got a really good coffee, really highly rated coffee. I'll be bringing that in with them. They're going to use our farm as like a FDA address to bring it here, so they're going to give me a better price because of that. And I'll be selling it with them.
Where'd you meet them at?
Met them through a coworker at Couch Oil.
No way.
Yeah, the Venezuelan guy I told you about, Paul.
Yeah.
And I've got the tallow from a company. I've actually just placed an order. I'll be selling face creams and cooking tallow.
You selling it online or you got a storefront?
I'm going to do the farm stand here at the end of the road, and I've got a website, but I haven't put everything up yet. And I'm going to be jarring peaches so that way I can sell year round. Like this summer, me and Cooper are going to jar peach halves like you get at Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
They're from Spain. Come in a jar of white grape juice with peach halves. And it's so cool, man. Me and Cooper could probably bust out 1,000 in a weekend. And if, that way I can sell them year round. I'll have the eggs too from the chickens.
Okay.
I'm sure that will be more based on my math. I mean, and of course how much traffic I get, which is a ton down there. Ton of people passing by. I don't know how many are going to stop. But I'll make more money per day probably down there than I will at any day job, especially where I was working.
Yeah.
I mean, after taxes, dude, itch ain't worth the scratch. You know what I mean?
No, I understand.
So that'll be fun, man.
Well,
I'm
cool.
really excited.
Cool.
Can't not work, you know?
I'm glad I came here, man. I've the more I do stuff like this, the more I hang out with people like yourself, it makes me want to stop caring, you know?
Doesn't matter.
Makes me want to stop caring. Did I word that right? That doesn't sound right.
You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all good. I know what you mean. I think they know what you mean.
Yeah.
You care, but you don't want to overthink.
Yeah,
That's why it really helped hanging out with you on that hunt, man.
What?
Spending time with you on that turkey hunt, hearing what you were doing and your thought process about life and jobs and entrepreneurship and unemployment, like, that's why I quit probably 3 weeks, 4 weeks earlier than I thought I was going to do it.
Yeah.
You know, I still worked that notice, but
Well,
I
actually,
thought I was going to quit in June.
Going into junior year, going into junior year, I was working, I had an internship, and I was like, this ain't it. So I was like, pretty much after that, the next summer, my parents were asking what I was going to do for work, and then I told them, I was like, I ain't getting a job. And then I graduated school, and they were like, what are you going to do for work? I was like, I ain't getting a job, do the same thing I've been doing. So.
Yeah, my parents took it surprisingly well, and I didn't even tell them. I was going to tell them, but I got that privilege because I waited a day too long. That got robbed of me.
Yeah.
But it's okay, man. It all worked out. My mom was very receptive. I mean, there's no risk, like you said.
There's not.
There is no risk.
I mean, yeah. The worst thing that could happen is, as long as you're not going to die, who really cares?
Yeah. Worst thing that could happen is dying.
Yeah.
Or losing family. Like, that's pretty much it. I wouldn't even say worst case is having to go get another job. Worst case is dying.
Yeah.
And not taking the risk of doing the thing. That's the only real risk, is dying without doing the thing that you wanted to do.
I'm big on that, man. I only have one regret in my life, and I told myself after that, I was like, I'm not ever going to have another one.
That's awesome. I love it. Should we wrap up the pod? I think it's been almost an hour.
How's it?
It's been a great conversation.
Yeah, it's been good.
I'm so grateful for you coming out. I love having guests.
Thanks for having me.
I love doing the solo thing, and I'm definitely going to be going out and meeting with farmers, always recapping hunts, talking about life, entrepreneurship, farming, hunting. I mean, this is definitely what I want to do with my life, and I'm grateful to share it with friends like you, man. I'm glad you're back in my life.
Thanks for having me on, man. Yeah, for sure.
We'll do it again.
I'll come back.
100%.
Cool.
Let's go hit the gym. If you guys want to subscribe and follow and rate me on Spotify, whichever platform you're watching this on, I appreciate you. And please leave a comment. The comments mean the world to me. I love hearing your thoughts, what you want to hear from me, what kind of podcasts you like, your experiences, with farming, with hunting, with entrepreneurship. Maybe you're unemployed. Maybe you have something in your mind you want to do. Don't wait. There is no point in waiting. You could die tomorrow, so just do it. No one's gonna think about what risk you didn't take when you're dead. They're gonna forget about you. Most people are just gonna forget. So just do the thing, and we'll see you next time.
Cool, man.
That's it.